Hello, welcome to my show. My name's Patrick. Today it's cold, but it's really nice. The sun is out, and I think I'll put off my driveway here. It's really long. It's all dirt. It's filled with a couple feet of snow. Anyway, I saw that they arrested Roger Stone, and I don't think it's really going to go anywhere. You know, I kind of dowsed it quickly. I don't think they're going to hold him too long, and they're just trying to shake him down, you know. And I think he expected it. They did it to other people. It's a technique they do, but it makes them look, you know, CNN was out there with a camera. They got tipped off by someone, and it's probably the FBI or somebody inside tipped them off, and they made a big production of it. You know, just banging on your door makes you look guilty. And so that's going on. These are high stakes. These are high stakes. These are political people. And so what I wanted to say was, okay, Sweden, a government official came out and said, maybe we should make all pets vegetarians in Sweden and in the world because, you know, we want to reduce global climate change or global warming. And I knew this before, but I'll say it quickly. I did a tape on vegetarianism. I was a vegetarian for about 11 years. But there's a lot of issues. One is African Americans and whites are basically built with high demands of high quality protein. You need it. You need good animal protein. And I'm talking about dairy products too, you know, cheeses and milk and, you know, kefir. Those are all good for you. And, you know, I understand what the vegans want to do. I understand their concerns. It's why I became a vegetarian for about 10 years. It does affect your molecular structure and your muscles and your skeleton, the bone structure. And you really have to be knowledgeable. And I think most vegetarians are not knowledgeable. All right? There's also a little metaphysical program in the background. I'll just put it out there. So a lot of people say, why are Indians very good at vegetarians? Well, they're genetically modified to be good at vegetarians, while Africa is not, while Europe is not. That's just the way it is. And you have to get these high quality protein sources to run these bodies. That's it. Now, back to animals. So dogs and cats eat meat. All right? The lion, the tiger, the wolf, they eat meat. It's like totally geared towards that. If you switch them to a soy-based diet that replaces the meat products, your animal will get sick in about a year, less than a year. The only person who benefits is the vet. All right? You're going to be, and it's why cancer rates are going up in animals, because people don't know what they're doing. They're feeding their dogs and cats inferior foods. I mean, the best dog food is probably fish. The best cat food is probably fish. But, you know, it's very expensive, so you have to get dog foods, and you have to find out the best dog food. And soy replacement is cruel to the animal. For one, it's genetically modified. And then you start relying on wheat and corn. You know, a little bit of these things are okay, but if you're going to use it as a total replacement to get protein, your animal's dead in about 18 months. You got to face that. And I've heard people say, well, my dog is vegetarian. It wasn't his choice. It's your choice. That's a human choice. And so now you can't say no one told you that. For human beings, it's kind of the same. You can be a healthy vegetarian, but you know, I see them drop dead all the time. They're not healthy, especially vegans. They're just not on top of it. And these raw vegetable diets, I've seen perfectly robust, healthy young people in their early 20s just become skeletons. you know? And it's like they don't see it in their head. They're like, oh, I'm healthy. And they go, you're not going to make it. You don't get it. I'm not saying don't be a vegetarian. But I am saying it's very dangerous if you don't approach it properly for your genetics. You have to know who you are. And if you're like half German and half African American or something, you better be careful, because you're going to have high demands of high quality protein. And then you have to get down to, well, especially for like the dairy products like milk, I can eat any dairy product. You know, I've went all over the world. I've eaten all the animals. I've eaten all the milk. I've eaten, and you know, I'm fine. I have a high tolerance for most. This is just a vehicle. It's not my soul. I respect the planet. And this is contrary to what a lot of people believe, but you're not doing anybody a favor by being sickly and going around thinking you're healthy and going around thinking you're going to persuade people. So Sweden's move, bringing up this idea, you're giving your pet, like, could you ask your pet? I can do a taro spread on your pet and he'll pick the meat. Max won't even eat a vegetable. You have to blend it into the food. You have to hide it, you know, or the grains. He gets a little grains. I like giving him brown rice because it's roto-rooter food. You know, it cleans out the intestines. You know, dogs have a shorter intestine, so you can play with it. You know, these rules with what we do to our pets is cruel. You can see a healthy animal. You shouldn't be going to the vet all the time, and you should try to give them as clean a food. You know, not organic, but you know, make sure it's not really bad. What else is going on? I keep getting the close down is not going to last. I forget what I said. I think it has another 6 days or so, 7 days. We'll see. The problem with trying to predict this is there's a lot of variables going on. There's very powerful hands. This is a war. We moved in behind the scenes. Pelosi is a big power piece being played by huge money interests behind the scenes, and you know, it's kind of amazing how much we don't see. And this has to do with the media is being controlled. We all know this, by very extremely powerful financial interests. Really, they control everything in this country about finance. They control the media, and that's their whole thing. Control the. So this guy who was outside of Roger Stone's house today, it was this woman. She was CNN, back at the CNN headquarters, like interviewing him for this big setup. You know, and it just dawned on me, how much is she possessed? She is possessed by a demon. She totally, as most all of them are. And